1 year post-op update. I had gastric bypass Rouen-Y on the 3rd of May 2016 at Clementine Churchill Hospital in Harrow through Streamline Surgical Group, and my surgeon was Dr. Guy Slater. I am a year out. Jeepers. Also, this angle's really weird, so you can probably see my back in the mirror, which is a little odd, but in the time between making my last video before Christmas and now, I have managed to lose my tripod. So I have rigged up this. I don't know if you can see it if I duck out of the way here. We've got a lovely box on top of my windowsill. Nice, and right as I was explaining that, my neighbour. Box, windowsill, bone, all hanging off. It is a good setup. So yeah, 1 year later. 1 year later, and probably 6 months since I last made a video, but who is counting? I feel like such a cliche, but boy has it flown past. I wish I could say that I had something special that I was doing for the anniversary, but it's not. I mean, you know, just making a video at all is probably about all I'm up for in terms of celebrating with the community. Sorry, my hair looks really weird in this light. Where to start? I should start with my stats, and if I was super organised I actually would have prepared this, but it was a sort of a last minute, oh shit, it's a year, I really should post something for myself if not for nothing else. So my, let's see if I can remember, my high weight was 132 kilos or 291 pounds or 20 stone 11. My weight at surgery 1 year ago was 125.5 kilos. See, the problem with doing these videos at this time of day is that I'm facing my window and my neighbours walk directly past this window to get home, and it is 6 o'clock, so everyone's getting home from work and I look like I'm talking to myself, but that's alright. So my surgery weight was 125.5 kilos, which I think was around 277 pounds. Can't remember the stones. When I came to you last before Christmas, I can't remember what my weight was either, but I can tell you that my weight today is 83.8 kilos or 184.7 pounds, which is a total of, let's see if I can do this. God, this would be so much easier if I just wrote this down. I have lost a total of 106.3 pounds or 48 point something kilos. I will put the proper numbers here because this is just turning into a disaster. I haven't really lost a huge amount since Christmas. I haven't really lost a huge amount this year. I tend to stay the same, go up, go down, you know, and I can't really call it a stall because I have been eating like crap. So I can't really say that I've stopped losing weight from the surgery, naturally. It's simply that my appetite is back with a vengeance, and now I need to do the really hard work around the emotional triggers for eating, and that is about as much fun as it sounds. So, life update. What's going on? The hair's different, which is nice. The hair is pink, slightly purple, I guess. I'm not quite settled with it. I've been through a couple of hair colours probably since I saw you last. Hair stopped falling out at about 9 months, and now it is growing back with a vengeance. So just trying to show you in the light exactly what we're dealing with here. But generally it is lots of these fun sticky up bits. So it is coming back, which is awesome. You can probably see from my roots actually how quickly it's growing in, because I coloured my hair 4 weeks ago, I want to say, and that is the regrowth at 4 weeks. So I'm still taking a biotin, which I guess probably helps. It is growing reasonably quickly. It's still pretty, I don't know, to be honest. It doesn't bother me that much. It's still pretty thin, but then again I do bleach it and colour it and do all the things that you probably shouldn't do to it. So all things considered, not bad. What else has been going on here? Vitamins, mostly good. I haven't had my test results yet for my 1 year checkup, but I will have those soon and I can update you. I reckon I'm probably taking my vitamins about 80% of the time, or about 80% of my vitamins. I do forget every now and then, but for the most part I am taking them whenever I can, and I try and put them in a little organiser and take them to work so that I do remember. What else? Water, some days good, some days not so good. I have switched up my water bottles, which I think is helping, so I've got a tumbler now at work, and drinking from that seems to help. So I try and drink a 16-ounce thing of water between coffee in between meals. I do drink a fair amount of coffee that I don't count in my water intake, so I have about 3 coffees a day, and about 64 ounces of water, so a fair amount of liquid that gets in, but yeah, the coffee does get a little bit out of control. Can't help it, need the coffee. Food is probably the biggest and the hardest sort of part, and the bit that I don't really know what to say or to talk about, to be honest. Food some days is awesome. You know, I try and eat real food. You know, I don't really have many protein shakes. I try and eat vegan when I can, but vegetarian the rest of the time. You know, when I'm organised and I cook, it's all brilliant and goes really well. But then there's lots of days where I'm tired and I'm grumpy and I don't feel like cooking, and I feel like I deserve a treat, and I feel like I don't want to be deprived, and I feel like I don't want to think about dieting or watching what I eat or any of that stuff, because it's exhausting and boring, and I spend all of my day at work, you know, being organised and being structured and, you know, making sure everything is exactly where it's supposed to be, and, you know, planning and doing all of that stuff, and I get home and that's the last thing I feel like doing. So I have eaten loads of crap. There's not much I can't eat these days. I eat too much, mostly at the weekend. All the things that you're not supposed to do, I do. Sugary food, cake, ice cream, it's not good, particularly in the last month. You know, I'm still seeing a therapist, which I've talked about before. That is definitely the right thing to do for me, and I'm sure for a lot of people. And as she likes to say, you know, now is really where the hard work kicks in, and we've really got to do the work, because the surgery's sort of done what it can, and I think I've probably got some more weight I can lose if I actually knuckle down and do it, but now I've really got to tackle the emotional sort of stuff that sits behind it, and, you know, figure out why I want to eat when I'm not hungry, and you know, I think it's probably something that we're all trying to figure out, but it is not as simple as you'd want it to be. Because you can sit there and you can go, I know I shouldn't eat this, or I know I'm full, but the compulsion to keep going really, I don't know, just can't avoid it and can't deny it, and just reach a point where you know, you throw your hands up in the air. I'm probably not explaining this very well, but I know there are a lot of people in the same boat, and it's about all I can pull together today in terms of explanation. Anyway, that's the challenge. I figure it's better to be honest and talk about it than say everything is fine and hunky-dory. Fun. It's been so long since I've done videos, this feels really weird. I have to get used to talking to myself again. What else new? Oh, I am coming to Portland for WLSFA in May, so my tickets are all booked. I've got my ticket for the event, I have booked my plane tickets, I've booked hotels, so I'm going to arrive on Thursday the 18th, so I fly into Vancouver and then jumping on a commuter flight down to Portland that night, so arrive in Portland on the 18th of May, which I think is the Thursday night. Stay the Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, Sunday at the event, which is super exciting. I'm so looking forward to meeting lots of lovely people. Hopefully I won't just be the weird Kiwi making funny faces in the background. But looking forward to meeting lots of you. Then I am staying on in Portland for another 3 or 4 days. Gonna make a run out to the coast for a night because I miss the beach, and from what I've seen in pictures, the Oregon coast is beautiful and quite similar to New Zealand, so I'm quite looking forward to just spending a bit of time at the beach. You know, not to lie and sunbathe, but just to wander about in the water. You know, there's something about just being on the beach that is amazing. What else? From there I am going to come back to Portland for a night, catch the train up to Seattle. I'm going to spend Friday night in Seattle and then catch the train up to Vancouver, and spend 3 nights in Vancouver, where I actually lived about 14 years ago. No, not that long ago, 12 years ago, 2005, whenever that was. That's when I lived in Vancouver and absolutely loved it, so I'm really looking forward to getting back there. Travelling could be a bit of a challenge. We'll see. I know SJ has done a huge amount of travelling since she had surgery, and I'm not looking forward to trying to eat healthy on the road, you know, being healthy, being vegetarian. This could be a little bit of a challenge, because sometimes, and certainly more so in the States, yeah, main option is fries. I seem to recall travelling in the States and eating a lot of fries. Sorry, more neighbours coming home. Oh, embarrassing, that's like 4 times now. What was I going to say? Yes, going up to Vancouver, looking forward to it, travelling, eating lots of potatoes, story of my life. Not really much else to update you all. You know, life is still the same, mood-wise, up and down, seeing a therapist. Got my 1 year follow-up on Thursday, so on the 4th of May. I don't expect much news there. I don't know, I'm very boring. That's the upshot of this. So I'm going to wrap it up. This is a bit of a weird update. I will insert photos as and when I can find them in here, including some body shots that I took at about 11 months out, because nothing's changed. In fact, I've gained a pound. I gained a pound in April, so there's that. That's it. Cool. Hope everyone's good. Talk to you all later.